Hello everyone, welcome. So on the agenda for today, we are going to look at straight legs. Yeah, today's practice is really about strengthening your knees, protecting your knees, and also kind of, because in a way it's two sides of the same coin, strengthening and protecting your hips. Okay, now one other thing I want to mention is that this work is really important if you happen to have a tendency towards hyperextension in your legs, where the calf muscle sort of slings back. Okay, having said that, I'm going to talk to that as we go through the practice, but having said that, the principles are there for everyone. And understanding the alignment of your legs, the relationship of the legs into the pelvis, the knee joint to the hip joint is really useful for everybody. Okay, so the work is the same, but just wanted to throw that in there, that if you do have a tendency to hyperextend, then this, I kind of have you in mind in the approach that I'm going to be presenting in today's practice. Okay, the first thing I'd like for you to do is have a seat on the floor and just keep your legs a little bit apart in Dandasana, like so. Okay, so straighten your legs, you can have your hands beside you and sit up tall. And just let your mind for a moment drop down and pay attention to how the back of your legs are touching the ground. So just feel, without making any adjustments at this moment, feel how much surface area of the back of your leg touches, where it doesn't. So observe your heel, your calf, your knee, the back of your thigh, the bottom of the thigh, the top of the thigh, the buttock area, groin area. Just observe the touch. Okay, observe both on the right leg and also on the left leg, and file that information away. Just take note of it. Okay? Next, I want you to use your hands and maneuver things a little bit. So the first thing I'd like for you to do is think about the space behind your knee and wanting to increase that space, right? So obviously when you straighten your leg, you want to open the back of the knee. So from the back of the knee towards the buttock bone, this area we're going to lift upward and also spread it, broaden it. And from the back of the knee towards the heel, the lower leg, we're going to lengthen it in this direction and also spread it. Okay, so again, seated on the floor, just bend the right leg a little bit. And here, let's do the hamstring, the thigh first. Okay, you're gonna reach behind your knee, and just kind of lift that hamstring up a little bit and spread. Okay, and then use your hands and continue to do that. Right, lift and broaden until you get as far up there as you can go. Okay, and then press your thigh down. Okay, then here you're going to go now to the bottom part, to the bottom leg, and you may need to bend the knee just a little to get your hands under there. And same thing, you're going to take the belly of the calf here and move the calf away from you and spread it. And keep going, keep going. Keep going. And then as you get to the bottom, you may actually find that you've made your leg longer and you can move the heel just a little bit further forward. Okay, now press your knee down. In a sense, deflate your thigh, right? And just observe, having used your hands on this one leg, feel how much surface area touches the floor now compared to the other side. Okay, for me it's more, so see if that rings true for you. And then do the same thing with your second leg. So we're lifting and spreading the back of the thigh away from the knee, maximizing the amount of connection there from the back of the leg to the floor, and then go in and do the same thing through the calf. Open up. Okay, and then if you're able to move the heel slightly forward because you have in fact opened the back of the leg more, go for that, do that. Okay, and then again, hands beside you, elbows back, sit tall, Dandasana. Breathe here. Okay, take one more time in your mind's eye, mental snapshot of your legs here. Feeling how open are they? How much of the back of your legs are touching the floor, and which parts are touching and not touching. Okay, and then release. Okay, so moving along here. If you have a tendency to hyperextend, as I mentioned, you may want to get one more prop, get a prop. Okay, I like to use this little pad. You can also use maybe a washcloth, sometimes can be folded into just the perfect amount of height, but essentially you just want to fill the back of your knee, and it's important that you don't put too much height that you actually force the knee to bend, but rather you're just filling in the space. Okay, if you don't have a tendency to hyperextend, don't worry about this part. Okay, you can still do the work that we're going to do, but it's not as important for you to fill the back of the leg. Okay, and so go ahead and put that in if you're using some support. Stay with your legs a little bit apart here and sit in Dandasana. Now we'll work first on the right leg. Okay, so with your right leg here, flex your foot and lift the heel off the ground. Now with the heel lifted like this, open your knee. So press your knee down, press your thigh down. And those with the hyperextension have this extra support so you're not overdoing it, okay? But really open the back of your knee. Now keep this openness through the back of your knee, extend into your heel, and as if you could lay your heel down further forward than it was before. Okay, reach into the heel, reach, foot is flexed, and then lay your heel down further forward than before. Don't let the knee bend. Push it down, push the thigh down. Don't let the knee bend, and feel the level of engagement that comes here to the thigh. Maintain this, knee down, thigh down. Straighten your leg, and then release. Okay, let's do it a couple more times here on this same side. Okay, flex the foot, open your knee. Now reach into your heel, reach, and with this knee absolutely open, extend into the heel, reach it, lower it down, don't let the knee bend. Push down, push your knee, push your thigh down, and lower the leg. Feel the grip, feel the grip, the tension here that comes. Straighten your leg completely. Maintain it. And then release. Pause here for a minute. Okay, one more time, same side. Flex the foot. Reach into the heel, open the knee, knee down, thigh down, reach into the heel, reach your inner leg. Yes, reach the outer leg, inner leg, back of the leg. And then lay the heel down, but knee down, thigh down. Heel down, knee down, thigh down. Don't let the leg bend one iota as you lower the leg down. Keep that opening through the back of the leg. Open up there. And again, observe the touch. Which part of the back of your leg is touching the ground? Feel the level of engagement here. Feel what's happening at your hip. Feel what's happening in your legs, lower leg, upper leg. Okay, and then release. Okay, switch sides here. So if you're taking support under the knee, change it up, and we'll go for the left side now. Okay, it's exactly the same thing here. Flex your foot and press your knee down. Press your thigh down, inner leg, outer leg, evenly press. Okay, now maintain this opening, reach into the heel, reach, and then lower the heel down further forward than it was before. Further forward than it was before, don't let the knee bend at all. Don't let the thigh lift, don't let it bulk up, right? Deflate your thigh, open your knee, reach into your heel more and more and more. And then release. Pause for a moment, and two more times. Okay, flex your left foot and open your knee. Press the knee down, thigh down. Now reach into your heel, reach, and as if you could lay the heel down further forward than before, right? It should be a challenge to lower it down. Don't let the knee bend. Don't let it bend. And feel the engagement. Feel the grip. Feel what's happening on the inside here of your leg, right? The firmness that comes. And lower the leg down. Maintain everything. Maintain everything. You can use your hands too. Push off the floor and sit tall. Sit tall. Sit tall. Back body into the front body, chest up. And then release. Pause for a moment. And we'll go one last time here on the left side. Okay, now on the left leg, flex the foot, open your knee, press your thigh down. Inner knee, outer knee, inner thigh, outer thigh. Be aware, right? Sometimes the pressure is not even. And then reach into your heel, keep the leg open, 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 and extend your heel further forward than before. Lower it, don't let the knee bend. Don't let it bend. Don't let it bend at all. Push off with the hands, sacrum in, back ribs in, chest up, straighten that leg again. Open your knee, feel it, feel what's happening. Lower leg, upper leg, inner leg, outer leg. Feel the hips, feel everything. How much is touching the floor? Okay, and then release. Okay, good. So in my mind, okay, this technique of extending the leg in this way, it accomplishes something similar to using your hands. Right? It gives you some extension there through the back of the leg, but you don't, it's not always practical to be able to pull with your hands and move the flesh in all sorts of directions as you're going through your yoga practice. So it is effective to know how to do it with the mind, right? Send the message there. How do you open the back of the leg? Okay, so this exercise, this practice is a training in that regard. Okay, let's take this same principle now into some of the standing poses. So set yourself up near a wall and begin with your left leg back, your right leg forward for a variation here of Parsvottanasana. Okay, something that looks like this. You're going to hinge forward and place your hands on the wall. Okay, now we're going to focus primarily on this front leg and this action that we've been working on. Okay, I often speak to 3 points in the foot. Okay, so big toe mound, inner heel, and then the very outside edge of the foot here, the middle point. Those 3 points. Okay, so bend this right leg just a little, just enough to soften the back of the knee. Let your mind go to those 3 points, press down there, and now with the knee ever so slightly bent, slide the floor forward underneath your foot. So push the 3 points, slide the floor forward, and immediately feel what happens here to the calf muscle. Feel how as you try to slide the floor forward, the calf muscle hugs the shin bone. Now maintain that, and in opposition to that, lift the outer line of your leg up, and from the back of your leg, lift up. Okay, press down through the 3 points of your right foot, slide the floor forward, and now from the back of your leg, lift up. Outer line of your leg, lift up. Okay, now at the same time, you got to do the rest of the pose too. So press your left thigh up and back with your hands on the wall. Externally rotate your upper arm, slide your shoulders down your back, and reach your chin and chest forward. Concave your back. Okay, from the outer line of both legs here, squeeze into the midline and then fly your chest forward even more. Okay, and then release. Pause for a moment and then carefully step forward, stand in Tadasana. Okay, in your Tadasana, take a second and feel the texture of your legs. Right leg, left leg, and also the hip. Okay, second side. Okay, so now this time, step back with your right leg. So right leg back, left leg forward, and you'll be here in your Parsvottanasana stance. Okay, bend your left leg ever so slightly, just soften the knee. activate the bottom of the foot. So find those 3 points. Press the 3 points of the foot down and now try to slide the floor forward and hug the calf muscle up against the bone. Maintain that. Now lift your kneecap, lift your thigh, lift the outer line of your leg, lift the back of your leg up towards the buttock. Okay, equal and opposite. And can you straighten your leg using this principle? Push the 3 points of the foot into the floor, slide the floor forward. Now lift your upper leg almost up and off the lower leg as you straighten. Okay, maintain this. Now press your right hip up and back, right thigh up and back as well. Rotate your upper arm, slide your shoulders down your back, and then move your chin and chest forward. As you reach your chin and chest forward, absorb the upper back, the thoracic spine into the body more. And now from the outer line of both legs, like you want to make yourself narrower, compact yourself, and then go forward again. Okay, and then release, step forward, and stand in Tadasana. Okay, now this same principle can be applied to many of the standing poses. So take, for example, Utthita Trikonasana. Okay, so you can have left leg at the wall, turn your right leg out. And it's very easy, especially for those folks who tend to hyperextend, myself being one of them. It's really easy in this position to just let the knee go down, right? To let the lower leg essentially move faster than the upper leg. And then when you hinge, right, and you apply your body weight, you can really exaggerate that. Okay, so this technique is a way to counter that tendency. Now, a lot of times you may hear, just put a little micro bend in your knee and that will do the trick. And in a sense, it does do the trick, but it doesn't retrain your body and strengthen your knee. So what we're doing here today is not only protecting, but also strengthening the ligaments around your knee and the connections up into the hip. Okay, so from this position here, once again, just to show you how it's done, soften the knee, bend it a little, find the 3 points of your right foot, push the floor, slide the floor away, slide it away. And as you do that, understand that action of the calf. Wrap the calf, hug the shin bone, maintain that sliding forward action, and now lift the upper leg up. Lift your leg up. Okay, you can reach your arm, exhale, and hinge to the right side, maintaining everything. Of course, back leg as well. Push the wall with your back heel, turn your abdomen, Trikonasana. Yeah, you can reach your arm up, no problem. But the focus right now is how to use this leg, use the front leg, how to protect your knee when there's weight, when there's extra weight coming on it. Press the 3 points of the foot, slide the foot forward along the floor, and now how much can you lift up through the back of the leg? Can you work this hamstring here? Don't let the lower leg do all the work. Upper leg has to work as well. Inhale, come back up, turn your foot forward, and come back to Tadasana. Okay, one time on the other side. Keep things even here. Okay, so now you've got your right foot into the wall, turn your left leg out, and again, Utthita Trikonasana can be done a million different ways. There's all sorts of instructions here. Our focus is this front leg here and how to have a straight leg in a safe and strong manner. Okay, so bend this left leg just slightly, just enough to soften the knee. Okay, maintain that. Turn the knee, make sure you're externally rotating. Now press the 3 points of your left foot, big toe mound, inner heel, outside edge of your left foot, the middle point there, press down, slide the floor away, slide it vigorously, slide the floor, hug the shin bone with your calf muscle. Yes, now in opposition to that, lift up. Lift the outer leg up, back of the leg up, really lift, really lift. Now with your right heel, push the wall, extend your left arm, hinge at the hip, and go down. All the while here, maintain all the work we've been doing on that front leg. Slide the floor away underneath your front foot, and then lift the upper leg up off the lower leg. Now turn yourself, turn your abdomen, turn your rib cage, roll your right shoulder back. Left shoulder, don't let it hike up, head back, chest up, Utthita Trikonasana. And then inhale, come back up, turn your foot forward, and walk your feet together, Tadasana. Okay, be in your Tadasana, and again, observe. Okay, there's many different ways to practice. So sometimes, moving dynamically one pose into another can be exactly what you need. And it can be fun. Okay? Other times, focusing, as we're doing today, on one specific aspect of a pose can be really enriching, and it can be very penetrating into a particular part of the body. So again, observe the texture of your Tadasana. How much density do you have in your legs? How alert are your legs? Bottoms of your feet, lower leg, knee, upper leg. Okay, and then release. Okay, I want to show you one more approach here. So I've got for myself set up a chair and a couple of bricks. Okay, and it's going to be a variation of Virabhadrasana 3. Okay, so you're going to come forward and you can work whichever height of bricks feels good for you, but the idea here is to have concavity in the back. Okay, so shoulder blades, roll them away from your neck. Okay, now you're also looking for straight legs, so that, you want to figure that out. You don't want to be leaning way forward with the hips or way back. And then here, be mindful of the chair, because you're going to put your back leg, we'll go with the left leg back first, okay, through the chair, and then lift it up. And the idea here, you may need to, adjust yourself a little bit till you get it in the right spot, but can you get the back of the chair, the frame of the chair there, to be touching at your calf, okay? And so in this Virabhadrasana 3, the idea is not necessarily to lift the chair off the floor, but to let the weight of the chair push down on your calf muscle and then try to open your knee. Okay, so yes, you can try to lift the chair. I mean, that is what you're doing, but that's not the end goal. So understand that, because the chair is not a perfect weight, right? It's a little cumbersome. So it's not just about lifting the chair. All right, so figure it out, work yourself out, stand on your right leg, left leg is through the chair here. And now shift the weight of your standing leg to the midline and suck your right hip strongly in. Okay, now maintain that and push up against the chair, but allow that chair to push your calf down. And now open up your knee. From your inner leg lift, inner knee, inner thigh. Now all the while, slide your shoulders away from your neck, chin a little forward, chest a little forward, and be here. See if you can hold this position for a little bit. Feel the response. What's happening to the lifted leg? Open the knee, open the thigh, inner leg lift, reach. And then also observe the response in the standing leg. How's that hip feeling? Okay, and then release. Okay, carefully lower your leg. Just be mindful of the chair and then come out. Okay, you can push yourself up, Tadasana, and pause here. Okay, go for the second round, second side. Come forward. This time you're standing on your left leg. Take the right leg up to the chair. First, just know where it is. Okay, now you can also incorporate everything we've been doing here. So even before you lift the right leg up to use the chair frame, on the standing leg, you can do that kind of action where you push the 3 points of the foot into the floor and try to slide the floor forward, right? So that you're engaging the calf muscle, and then lift your upper leg up off the lower leg. So all of these techniques can come into play here. Okay, and then extend the lifted leg and see if you've got your distance correct, right? Work it out. And then as you push up against the chair frame, let that chair push down on your calf, but you focus more on opening the knee. So lift that inner knee, lift that inner thigh. Okay, stand tall in your left hip, suck into the midline, and then again, open the right knee. Lift up there, open up, okay? Slide your shoulders away from your neck, reach your chin and chest forward and absorb that spinal column in and hold it here. Okay, find what's going on. Can you lift the upper leg off the lower leg in the standing leg? In the lifted leg here, against the resistance of the chair, can you open your knee more? Okay, and then release, lower down, and then carefully come back up, Tadasana. Okay, let's repeat it one more time. Okay, once is never enough, so repeat at least one more time, or if you'd like to on your own, you can repeat more than once. Okay, and you can continue to work with this part of the chair here on your calf. You can also experiment and see how it is for you working with it more towards the ankle, right? And see if pushing the heel and ankle down, right, gives you better access. Okay, because it's going to do a similar thing. Okay, so you can try this as an alternate, or you can repeat what we've done. Both are good. Okay, stand tall in your right hip here, suck into the midline, and then against the resistance of the chair, open your knee, open your thigh. Slide your shoulders away from your neck and reach your breastbone forward. Move the spinal column in and maintain. Hold it, hold it. Okay, and then release. Undo yourself. Bring yourself back up, Tadasana. And last time, second side. Okay, hinge forward, Uttanasana. And then this time stand on your left leg and right leg up. Okay, and again, build your pose. Okay, aware on the bottom of your foot. So what techniques do you have to bring the bottom of your foot absolutely vibrant and alert? I mentioned earlier about spreading the toes, lifting the toes. This can help. Sometimes people can also like to use their hands, right? You can, if you're close like this, you have the balance, you can reach down and do a little bit of spreading and see if that helps you. Okay, and then again, bend the knee slightly, press into the 3 points of the foot, push forward, and then against that resistance, open the knee, lift the back of the leg up to the buttocks and straighten the standing leg. Suck the left hip into the midline, maintain everything you've just set up here for yourself, and then extend the other leg as well. Okay, if your alignment isn't quite right there, if it doesn't feel right, it can be a bit tricky to know for sure whether you're in the right spot, but we are looking for angles, a straight leg, hip over the ankle. Okay, and then lift the chair against the resistance of the chair. Let the chair push your ankle down or calf down, and then open the knee. Slide your shoulder blades away from your neck. Hold it, don't give up. Suck the left hip in, open your right knee. Broaden that buttock, broaden the back of the thigh, and try to lift the inner leg higher, higher, higher. Inner thigh, inner knee. Lift it up. Okay, and then release, lower down, and again, Tadasana. Okay, so if you'd like to go for a longer practice, I'd suggest going for your inversions now, right? If headstand, shoulder stand are in your practice, spend some time with those and see what your inversions are like after having done the practice that we've done. Right? What are your legs like? And see if you can bring some similar qualities, similar texture, similar character to the legs, even when you're inverted. Okay, I'm not going to take you there, but I'll plant that seed for those of you who have the time to do that. Okay, for the rest of us, let's complete the practice. Take a shavasana, and the shavasana that I'm going to show today is a prone shavasana, and it's just going to give this really nice breadth through the back thighs and sacrum region. Okay, so if for any reason, you know, there may be other conditions that might make this not feel so good, if this doesn't feel good for you, take any shavasana that, you know, will rest you. Okay, but I like to show some different options in the different videos. Okay, so for this one, have a bolster or some height, okay, soft. And begin in almost like a virasana here. You can see my ankles are just hanging off the back of the bolster here, like this. It's just shaped. And then I'm gonna come forward, and as I come forward, I just let my legs roll off to the side of the bolster. Okay, and what that's doing is it's providing a little pressure on the inner leg and pushing out. Okay, so the back of the thighs are nicely broad, the buttock is nicely broad, and the sacrum region also is nicely broad. Okay, and then you can rest your head on your hands, or if you have a blanket, you can place a blanket there for your head, and then just absolutely let go. Okay, release, surrender yourself to the floor, and connect here with the earth element. Thank you so much for today. I hope this practice served you. I hope some of those connections between the different approaches landed with you. If you have any questions or any comments, please put it in the comment section below. Reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you.